Hello, today I'm gonna show you why you should always run discordance on Artist. One of the Artist's hidden special ops techniques is a slingshot, where you put some birds apart with enough distance and can damage or down survivors from far away. I waited few seconds to see if 2 or more survivors will attempt to fix first gen. Discordance shows me that they did, so I know at least 2 of them are on the same gen. To do a normal slingshot, you put one bird, move some distance further and place a second one. First one to reach will swarm survivor, and the following one will damage or down him if he's already injured. Two injured survivors at the very start of the game, just a matter of seconds, and we can down one of them before the first gen is completed. While discordance is incredibly useful, we can also use hints or common sense to know who is fixing that lonely gen in the distance. Down goes Dwight. But due to Dead Man's switch earlier, I know that Meg is fixing that faraway gen right now, so while chasing Nancy, I'm going to set up another slingshot. Nancy thinks I'm setting up birds for her since we are in the chase, but it's actually for Meg. Meg is damaged, down goes Nancy, and all we have to do is to track Meg now. I'm always using severed hands add-in. It means that if one survivor gets swarmed by birds, so do all that are nearby. This means that for a slingshot, we will put 2 birds first, and once we move closer, 1 bird. That first bird will swarm them all due to severed hands, and the following 2 will damage or down survivors. So 2 into 1. Being an artist, our worst enemy is a fucking 2 floor maps. But if you know the map and surrounding well, you can predict which window a survivor will jump from and set up your birds in advance before pushing them outside of 2nd floor. Playing an artist is pretty much being a fucking psychic. 95% of your games are about predicting survivors' movements and shit, like literally setting up birds and predict if the motherfucker will turn left right, or right left and then fucking left again. Like here, I put 2 birds to the right of the generator in advance, predicting they will run to the right. Now let's finish the slingshot and see what happens. But what if survivors see the birds coming or move the very second they get swarmed? That's where our second add-in, Untitled Agony, comes into play. It slows survivors for 1.5 seconds once they are swarmed, so they can't just simple move away unless they are super fast and see the birds coming in advance. This is handy at the start of the game, when survivors don't know who is the killer, so swarm comes in as a surprise, and since they are slowed down, second bird will hit them. We just downed 2 survivors while having a fart far away in Alabama. Again, discordance is an absolute must-have. Just make sure you have severed hands and the slowdown add-ons. Sorry, my mom is calling. Once you realize there is hidden MMR and you begin to play against very smart boys, you will encounter 3 shitty situations. Number 1, the loop mastermind. You put a bird and close the loop, but instead proceeding to pallet and get hit, they will wait until you send and miss your bird. There's 2 scenarios. They will succeed and you wasted a bird and time, and second one, they are so fucking focused on dodging the birds, so you just M1 hit them instead. Next annoying survivors are W holders. They just look back and run, ignoring loops and shit. Don't waste time placing birds, they will dodge them regardless. Just follow them normally until eventually both of you will be inside some sort of structure or loop, and then try to set up birds. And finally, the godlike brains that are using lockers to get rid of birds, insane and incredibly hard to pull off tactics. You enter the locker, leave it, and proceed the chase, except when you run Iron Maiden and they get downed once they exit locker instantly. Combining it with IRI feather making you undetectable, it can be fun. You can watch like 3 hours of gameplay with that ad, and I've got a video before that.
Oh, what the fuck? She is oblivious. Going upstairs, mate.
I hope so. I'm gonna hit on son her. No, I'm not. Oh my god, she has Iron Maiden. I didn't stun her! No! What?
So Discordance, Dead Man's Switch, Pain Residential of course, and finally, Run Barbecue Chili. Barbecue is like absolute must-have. You hook someone and send birds to your next target instantly. Sure, some people have distortion and their auras will be hidden, but their teammate might not run it. So it will look like this. He is healing fucking air, sending birds, cause I know there's 2 of them. A lot of people suggest Lethal Pursuer, but why the fuck do you need it? You're a fucking artist. Your birds will find survivors at start of the game regardless. And that few secs of visible aura won't help much when they are swarmed already, so fuck that. Thanks for watching, goodbye.